Hi, I'm Dustin, and I'm the coordinator of youth ministries for the Diocese of Tulsa in Eastern Oklahoma. So I grew up going to St. Mark's and Pryor, and my parents were actually the youth ministers there. I actually slept underneath the tables because my parents were at the church so much. So I would go and attend physically, but mentally I was elsewhere. And I was purely agnostic in the sense of like, I'm not sure if God's real or not. Because I was going through depression and anxiety as a kid, and I didn't know what that was until I was in like college. And the more and more I consumed of it, the more and more miserable I became, and it got to some of the darkest points in my life. It wasn't until I got to St. John, the Catholic Student Center in Stillwater. And the second I walked into the door, there's this guy there, and he just offered himself to me. This exchange of persons, right? This conversation. He just wanted to get to know me. He was like, hey, we got student dinner after the 5 p.m. Mass tonight. You should come. I did. I came back. I went to the second Mass in a row that day. That was 2 more Masses than I'd attended, I think, in like the previous 2 or 3 years of my life. I got to this point where I have no idea what this is, but you guys are fully in on it, and whatever you have, I want. He just goes, I'm glad you asked, I'd love to tell you. If it hadn't been for that one person, for Colin Smith being there and being present, being willing to invite me beyond a surface level conversation and be able to invite me into just life and to share life with me, I have no idea where my life would have gone. What Colin did for me whenever I was 20 years old, I want to do for these kids. It really brings me a lot of joy because I've been there and I know what it's like to, have that first encounter and take those next steps. And it's terrifying, but it's exciting. Youth ministry is a perfect fulfillment of that great commission of go out into the world and make disciples of all nations, to bring the gospel to the many and make disciples of everyone. We are the ones that say, yes, I want to introduce these kids to Christ. I want to bring these kids to Christ. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to introduce you to the person of Christ first and show you this is what it's like to disciple somebody. This is what it's like to teach somebody how to pray. And we're going to teach you how to pray, and we're going to disciple you. And so that's what we exist to do. Prayerfully consider supporting the Faith and Works annual appeal to evangelize this next generation. Through your assistance and participation, we can boldly proclaim that Jesus is Lord to all of Eastern Oklahoma and beyond.
Because there are no passive disciples of Jesus Christ. All of us are invited by Him to play our part in His mission. Think of the treasures that we find in our faith and the mission that Jesus gave us to baptize all nations. The faithful in Eastern Oklahoma have worshiped Christ in the Eucharist and have shared His good news through the many ministries of our diocese and of our parishes. For us, being disciples of Jesus Christ, of carrying His mission forward in the world, is not a burden, but a gift. God is using us to change the lives of many of our brothers and sisters in Tulsa and Eastern Oklahoma. Prayerfully consider supporting our efforts to evangelize this next generation. With your assistance and participation, we can boldly proclaim that Jesus is Lord to all of Eastern Oklahoma. Remember always that together our faith goes further.